I'd like to talk about arpeggios in a blues and what an arpeggio is and how to approach them. So basically an arpeggio is a broken chord. So if I take a B flat 7, because we're in the key of B flat here, and I take the notes of that chord, I could even examine what my notes are here, and what they are a B flat, and here I have an A flat, and here I have a D, and here I have an F. And now if I take those notes and I spread them across the fretboard sequentially, I have B flat, D, F, A flat, B flat, D, F, A flat, B flat, okay? And I play that arpeggio form vertically. So I don't spread all over the fretboard. I'm just playing it so I can think. There's my flat 7 below. So I can think over this chord here. So now this chord is expressed like this as a chord, or it's expressed as these notes in an arpeggio. This is not going to give you complete lines. You can probably derive lines from an arpeggio, and they'll sound okay, but it can't be used sort of just exclusively. It's used as a tool for building lines so that you know where your notes are in the chord. Now I'm just going to play sort of a pedantic approach to an arpeggio over this 12-bar blues just on the B flat, and you'll hear what I'm talking about. So I'm going to try and stay away from other notes. Here, arpeggio. So that, it sounds right, which is a bonus, for something to sound right. So that's a good thing. But it's missing some of the real bluesiness, and there are reasons for that, and that's not what I'm going to talk about right now. I've talked about that in videos before. What I'm talking about today is just nailing these this B flat 7 arpeggio, E flat 7 arpeggio, and F 7 arpeggio. The E flat 7 arpeggio starting on the E flat. And the F, so we're staying sort of in the same position. You can hear how chordal this is, right? So there's the material, that you can use in this exercise, let's call it an exercise, of playing over changes, and changes meaning the chords of the moment. Each one of these is a 4-note chord. Now, there are, of course, colors that can be played against these chords, like, as I mentioned in a previous video, like 13s, like 9s, like flat 5s. I don't want to go too much further than that right now, like flat 9s and flat 5s. Flat 5's okay, but once you get to flat 9s, it starts to sound a little less on the bluesy side and sort of leaning toward other considerations, stylistic considerations. But you've got those color tones that you can place against these arpeggios. You can do that either in arpeggio form or chord form. Right? It's those lines will be blurred as you learn how to think and spell through your chords. So again, arpeggios. Now I'm going to take that one more time and just play really clean arpeggios through this And so you can hear what I'm talking about. And so on, right? You can hear that the notes of the chord are there, and you at least if you have this template of an arpeggio underneath the chords you're playing, you know that you're going to have right notes going on. You're going to be defining the chord changes, and that's, I think, where we're leaning now. If you went through a more difficult chord progression, like a simple jazz standard, for instance, that uses 2 chords and 5 chords and 1 chords, the same thing will apply. But this is an excellent way to start getting those dominant 7-type sounds underneath your fingers, and then you can eventually add colors to those dominant 7th sounds as well. So arpeggios, I'm just going to play very slowly and cleanly in case you want to look at this on the fretboard. Spelling this chord. And E flat. Spelling this chord, and then the F7, spelling this chord. Okay, or you can put these chords together. Think of them as the same, and E flat, and B flat. Okay, I hope that helps you. This is all meant to sort of step at a time reveal things that will make your playing more fun and more interesting, and at the same time show you how to think chordally, think in single note lines, and think of notes as colors. If this video was helpful to you, like, subscribe. It helps the algorithm immensely. Buy me a coffee. Buy one of my books, which you can get on Amazon. And please leave a question. I get back to all the questions with fairly lengthy answers. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for your support, and we'll see you real soon.